Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Emma and this is Dandelion Cottage. In today's video, we're gonna do a really fun bleaching / tie-dye technique that I think you're really gonna like. I went ahead and went outside and bleached the shirt. There's another video that it was actually one of my first videos I posted here on YouTube that you can go watch, which will give you really good tips and tricks on how to bleach a shirt. But this part of the video is going to show you how I put the tie-dye technique on top of the shirt. So what I've done up until this point is, like I said, I bleached the shirt. This go around though, I did a little bit of a different technique on that center part. If you can see, it looks like brush marks. I just thought that that kind of looks cool, and I think it's going to look cool with this tie-dye technique. And the way I did that, as you know from my other video, I usually get a little glass container, fill it up with bleach, and then I use these type of brushes. So this one I typically would use, it's really small compared, you can see that. I typically use to do the outline, which I didn't need to do with this image because it was just one big rectangle. But what I did is I just got bleach on this part and I kind of just went back and forth long ways to get those airbrush, that airbrush look on this center part. So I do that first, and just in case you're interested, this is a Gilden navy, a heather navy, a Gilden heather navy shirt. So it's definitely darker. It started out, if you can see here, this color, and this is what it looks like when it's done bleached. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? We are going to tie-dye the shirt. So I've got some of this really fun S.e.i tie dye brand, if you can see here. I've got, what we're gonna use today is this is the neon yellow. This one is the neon orange. We're going to use neon green, sky blue, and how about desert purple? I just thought that those would be kind of fun. So you can definitely do this outside, but I'm gonna do it inside. And to be able to do that inside, I wanna protect my surface of my table. I bought a roll of shipping paper from Amazon, and I honestly reuse the same one over and over again. I could definitely cut out a new one each time, but why? Like, why not just reuse what you have, right? So I'm gonna spread this across my entire surface here to protect. And as you can see, I overlap some of it. Then we're gonna put the shirt back. And let's do the back first. So you guys can see that okay. In fact, I'll go ahead and aim it down so you can see better. How about that? It's important that you shake up each color before you start spraying. This is where you get to be creative. This is your shirt. Now each shirt isn't going to be the same, so make sure you don't stress about that. Just randomly pick colors and randomly select areas that you want to spray. I like to make sure that all of my white areas are sprayed in, but maybe you might want some of your white areas to show through. It's completely up to you. There is no wrong or right in this type of method. Now typically you would want to wait for the back of your shirt to completely dry before flipping it. However, my butcher paper, even though it looks wet and dirty, it's just dyed from a previous shirt a few days before. So I could absolutely flip my shirt and not worry about the paint bleeding onto the back of the shirt. The shirt is completely dry, front and back. I hung it on a hanger, and typically what they say is wait at least 4 hours. Now you're gonna feel that it's a little bit crisp is probably the best word for it. That's fine, that will pass. So the instructions state that it needs to be set with an iron. You don't have to do a heat press. I'm sure that you could use a typical iron. But I think the most important thing is protect whatever it is that you're going to be using with a sheet of butcher paper. So if you're using your own iron at home, just make sure you put a butcher paper over top and then press so that you don't get any of this color on your iron, because you don't ever want that color to get on another shirt. So that's all it takes, is basically heat pressing this color, which will set it into the shirt, and then the color won't come back out once you wash it. Now, if I were to go wash it right now, this color is for the majority part going to come out because it hasn't been set. So this is a very important part. Make sure you do not miss it. So what we're gonna do is I will typically divide my shirts into quarters, and I will do this top side, then this top side, this bottom side, and this bottom side, so the 4 quarters. You could definitely flip the shirt over and do the same thing on the back. It just depends on how how hot your heat press is. If it's pretty hot, which I typically do this around 390, which is my sweet spot for my heat press, then it usually is enough heat to go through the shirt, because it's just the heat that's setting the ink, and you typically don't have to do it both sides. It works. So we're gonna go ahead and do the 4 quarters, and then we'll go ahead and press the sublimation print on very last.
Now, after doing all 4 quarters on the front, the shirt still felt a little crispy, so I decided to go ahead and do the 4 quarters on the back. I failed to mention that I was pressing for about 15 to 20 seconds at 390 degrees. Now for the last step, adding our image. There's lots of different types of image you can use, such as HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl, a screen print or transfer print, but in my case, I used a sublimation print. I'm going to go ahead and press this at 390 degrees for 60 seconds.
All right, friends, here is the end result. What do you think? I think it's pretty awesome, especially with my tagline, "Oh my Lanta." I didn't realize how much I said that until I watched some of my videos back, but it's me. That is exactly who I am, so oh my Lanta. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think this bleach/tie-dye technique is for you? Are you gonna try it out? Let me know. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and make sure that you ring that bell so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. Thanks so much, you guys. Until next time.